black robe for your graduation ceremony. You are sitting between many students waiting for your name to be pronounced. It took your 5 years of hard work to reach here. Doing a bachelor in business and management was not so easy. But interesting experience of your life. Just as your name was pronounced, you went up to get your degree with a nice smile. You excitedly stood between all the students ready to throw your caps up. All the students cheered together and took a batch picture. After taking memorable photos with your university fellows, you looked around to spot your parents smiling at you. You ran to hug your father tightly. Our princess is graduated now. He kissed your forehead and then your mother hugged you. You noticed tears in her eyes and chuckled, wiping them away. Not today, Mom, please. She laughed and nodded. I'm just overwhelmed to see you in this robe. Just yesterday, you were wearing diapers and trying to learn walking. You giggled with your parents and had a family hug. But then you noticed that someone entered university territory, earning attention of mostly females. You backed off to have a properly looked, and as his figure became more visible, your lips' corners started to stretch up. He was wearing a black formal suit as he just came from his office with a bucket of flowers in his hands. And those flowers were jasmine, your favorite. His face was stern and expressionless until he stood in front of you and his funny smile appeared to spread its magic. Congratulations. Thanks. He got the bucket from his hand with his skin slightly brushing with tears. You smelled the flowers. How do you know jasmine is my favorite flower? You asked curiously. He rubbed back of his neck and looked at your mother, who pretended to look away. You chuckled and shook your head. Thanks for coming, by the way. No problem. You guys are only smiling and shyly looking at each other. Oh honey, I think I just saw Mrs. Wong there. What? She dragged her husband away with her, giving you both some private time and winked at Jungkookff. As the left Jungkook looked at you, biting his lip. A hug wouldn't be much, right? You laughed as he spread his arms and you threw yourself in his arms. His arms snaked in your waist and his face in the crook of your neck, inhaling your scent that until now he was addicted to your scent, which is pure jasmine. Even before asking your mom, I already knew what your favorite scent and flowers were. He whispered in your ear, still hugging you. Felt butterflies in your tummy and your cheeks turning pink. I don't have words to express my happiness because of your presence here. You broke the hug, taking off, and earned a winning sound from him. I suddenly start to feel cold. It's literally 32 degrees right now. You slapped his biceps chokingly. He glared at you, pressing his lips in a thin line, and failed to control his laugh. He looked down at your hands and grabbed the free one. I told Jungkookff in the morning that you are graduating today, and he was really happy to hear it. I was also thinking of meeting him. It's been 5 days since I saw him. Jungkookff scoffed. Those words should be for me. But we met 3 days ago and he also video called me yesterday. He was playing with your fingers and then looking at you when he talked. So what, can't I miss you? Just if he knew what he was doing to you with those words. That's on me if I should give you the right of it or not. You stopped intentionally annoying him. He raised his eyebrows, sneaking his hand in your waist that your chest was placed over his chest. You are startled by his move, looking around if someone is watching you both. You felt his fingers brushing your hair, placing a strand behind your ear. Then he brushed the back of his hand on your cheek, tracing your jawline, giving tingles in your body. And I know that I won that right long ago. He spoke in whisper, damn his husky voice, isn't it? His nose brushed over yours, making you close your eyes. Yes. You said breathlessly, one side of his lips twitched up, watching his light touch reaction on you. How does your body shiver? How you love when he whispered in husky voice and stand close to you, touching you slowly. His eyes stared at yours as your eyes were half open. He tilted his face slowly. You understood his intention, and before his lips touched yours, you turned your face. His lips fell on your cheek. He giggled and he puffed air out, pouting. That's unfair, Levian. What's unfair? Hearing your father's voice, you pushed Jungkook that he almost stumbled but stood straight. Nothing that. Jungkook, son, I just talked to your father and got to know that you cancelled your important meetings just to attend Ryan's graduation. Jungkook nervously smiled, brushing his hair back. Your head quickly turned to look at him. Yesterday he said he was free today and didn't have much work. That means he lied to you, so you will not feel bad about him being with you leaving his work. Jungkook's eyes met yours and he mouthed, don't worry, I wasn't busy. You gave him a small smile. But Mr. Lim, why did you talk to Dad? Actually, we are having a beach party at Vine's graduation celebration. But the party is only between family members and we specially invited Jones because why not? I know, right? And it's been 10 days since I met Yeon Chung's mother at dinner. You have noticed your parents have a great friendly bond with Chung's parents. Oh, then we can't miss it because it's for YN. He sleekily winked at you. You quickly looked at your parents if they saw him winking at you or not, and sighed because they didn't. A day after, it was early morning and you were peacefully sleeping just when your phone rang with video call. You opened your sleepy eyes, rubbing them and smiled at the name, and lay on your stomach, brushing your black long hairs on one shoulder, clicking on the button to answer. Hi, hi. He giggled when he saw your raised eyebrow. What? You are literally calling me this early morning and asking me why? He giggled while lying in bed. His phone was placed a little far, giving you a good view of him while holding his blanket and sleeping all comfy. I wasn't able to sleep because I was missing you. He blurted out, being straightforward, but that was hot for you. We were eventually going to meet at the beach though. But there are still hearts remaining for that. I can't wait. But wait. You sucked on breath as he laughed, turning around and placed his head on the pillow, giving you a good view of his visuals. Can't wait to see this beautiful girl in front of me and make her feel blessed by my presence. Oh yeah, as I'm dying for that moment. You said sarcastically as a joke, just then he stretched his arm and you saw him grabbing glasses and wearing them. Is your eyesight weak? Not much, but I want to look at your facial details clearly. He looked at the screen after wearing them and smiled. Can they make an advanced technology like we can go to that person through the phone? Now that's your neediness, don't blame it on technology. You are mean, he said and placed his glasses back while closing his eyes and laying his head on his arm. Oh, are you sleepy? He only hummed while you bite your lip, checking him out, the way his fluffed hairs looked too comfy to brush your fingers on them. His tattooed arm? Bless your eyes. Will you not go to the office today? You asked but got no reply. You were tired, right? But your stubborn self was too stubborn to sleep peacefully. You smiled to yourself watching him sleep. That's the world's most beautiful view right now. Even if you have to pay $1 million to watch it, still this view is worth more. Let's meet soon. Sleep well, you whispered, hearing him snore like a bunny and cut the call with a smile. It was already evening when you came to the beach with your parents and slowly in a while guests started to enter the party venue, enjoying and greeting each other. A little far from the adults, you were playing volleyball with kids who came along with their parents. You were continuously giggling as kids' height was shorter than you and they were struggling to play. Suddenly a kid threw the ball too fast towards you. Your eyes widened as you tilted your head and turned your face to save yourself, but you felt nothing. Slowly opening your eyes, you saw a veiny hand holding that ball in front of your face until you recognized that hand by the tattoos on it. Jungkookff, he smiled at you and threw the ball towards the kids so they continued playing. Hey, a smile plastered on your face. You noticed his dressing as he was wearing a blue Hawaiian shirt or white shorts that were giving a good view of his thick thighs. His gaze traveled your figure. Coincidentally, we are matching, he said out. Then you remembered you were also wearing a blue dress with flower prints until feet that had a V cut that showed a good line to your cleavage. Your dress had thin straps which also give a good view of your shoulder blades. He gulped, feeling too hot by the beautiful view in front of him. You're staring too hard. He looked away with his rosy cheeks and you giggled. Nona? Just then you heard Changmin's cute voice. He was running towards you with his little steps, wearing the same dress as his elder brother, but just of his size. You bent a little down on his level and picked him up. He was smiling cheekily just like Jungkook with his funny teeth out. You pecked his cheek. You look so cute, Minmin. He giggled at his new nickname from you and pecked your cheek too. You also look pretty, Nana. And congratulations for your graduation. Thank you. You are sweetly talking to Changmin when you notice a jealous person standing beside both of you. Huh, looks like I have got invisible to some people. Is it? You said teasingly. I don't think so. He shrugged his shoulder, also teasing his brother. Chung puffed her out. Okay then, you both stay here. I'll find someone for me to buy. Saying this, he stomped his way towards your parents, making you and Jungmin laugh. After a while, you saw your father gathering a good number of guests together. He picked up the mic connected to a speaker and said, "Good to see you all here today, especially for my daughter's graduation party. Our beautiful daughter had now entered her practical life phase, and I wanted her to enjoy this day fully with your blessings." He looked at his wife and then at his daughter with a smile. Everyone clapped and wished you well for the future. Now the place was filled with your cousins and your mother and father side family. Every one of them was engaging with the Jung family too. Then you noticed one of your female cousins walking toward Jungkook, who was normally playing with Chungmin in the sand. Your eyes grew bigger when you saw what she was trying to do. Jungmin poured some more sand, brought the sand castle is. He was cut off by a feminine hand over his shoulder. Turning around, he saw one of your cousins who was wearing a very small bikini. Chung looked away because he saw her a while ago, but in a full robe. Just then, Chungmin whispered something in his ear. Chung, this Nona is too poor to buy full clothes. Chung almost laughed. Shh, don't say that. Yeah, we can't make her feel poor. That's a bad thing. Chung shook his head at the innocence of the little one. This is Sabil handsome. Sabal? Sabel, not Sabal. She rolled her eyes at Chungmin again, looked at Jungkook. Her eyes were having turning points from annoying to soft, more of lusty. She sat beside Jungkook, making him feel uncomfortable. Intentionally, she picked a fist of sand and poured it over her chest. Oops, Nona making herself dirty. Excuse me, miss. But she placed her long finger with long nails over his lips, making him shut. Drop the formalities. We can start from the water and sand. She winked at Jungkook, and Jungkook also realized that what she is saying is not good enough for Chungmin to hear, as he was about to say something to her. You stomped your feet and walked towards them. Chungmin, you called the little guy who was staring weirdly at your cousins, and he's not at fault for it. Nana, go, your mom is calling you to drink banana shake. Really? I'm going. He threw the basket full of sand aside and ran towards his mother. Now you crossed your arms over your chest and looked at your cousin who was still sitting beside Jungkook. The poor guy was literally side-eyeing her for her weird behavior. He looked at you with, "What's this weird species here?" "Sybil, can I ask you what is this behavior?" She rolled her eyes at you and stood up. "Shut up, man. I was only searching a good meal for dinner." She stopped looking at Jungkook, who had a disgusting face inside, but he was showing an expressionless face. "Then food is placed over there. You can go there." Sybil stomped her feet and went away. Yusai looked at Jungkook, who stood up while dusting his shorts. "I'm really sorry about that. You apologize being guilty." He stood just in front of you and smiled, brushing your hair back. "Why are you apologizing? She's my cousin. She's a bit weird because she had lived in US her whole life. She just came back this year, so she doesn't know our culture and all." I'm not understanding. "Okay, then I'll accept your apology." He leaned in, placing his lips over your earlobe, making you suck on, breathe hardly, and clutch over your dress. "Spend this night with me." Your heart dropped at this sound so sinful, but thought, "What?" "Yeah, simple, playing, dancing, swimming, eating dinner, and stargazing." You exhaled air as he made it sound more accurate now. "Sure, but why look like you thought something else?" He smiled, watching your nervous expressions. No, what will I think? Nothing." You nervously laughed. He ruffled his hair back, biting his lip. "Let's go before I do something going inside my mind." "Yeah, wait, what?" Until you realized what he said, he was already ahead to his parents. You cupped your burning face, trying not to smile. You guys were having dinner with your parents on a separate table from guests, having great talk. Today's evening relaxation was such a good idea, I know, right? Well, thanks to our daughter for this moment. By the way, me and Miss Lee have a request for our kids. What request? You and Chung looked at each other and then at your parents. The project in which our companies are collabing currently. I want Jungkook and Boyan to work on that together so they will learn a good amount of experience from it. Wow, that's really good thought, and I'm in for it. Yeah, me too. You shrugged your shoulders, thinking you can't waste more days at home, so that's more perfect for the future, right, Yun? She asked her mother with a smirk, who winked back to her while you and Jungkook were eating peacefully. After After having dinner, a few couples started to dance at the beach. Your parents too were enjoying it with the classic music playing on. You were smiling, looking at your parents dancing and giggling together. Just then a hand was pushed in front of you. You gazed at the person with a frown. A dance with me will add beauty to this starry night. May I? You tried not to smile and gave your hand in his. He placed a peck over your hand and led you between other couples. Taking you in his arms, he gently grabbed your left hand and started to dance. Looking into his doe eyes, you felt your tiredness fading away. I didn't know you could dance so well, he deliberately said while swaying with you. He chuckled, shaking your head. When my dance partner was a professional, so I had to be perfect too. He talked good. He bit his lip again. She noticed how rapidly he bit his lip as he was controlling himself from something. Stop biting your lip or it will bleed in no time. He huffed, nodding, and turned you around as now he was back-hugging you while swaying left and right. He kept his head on your shoulder. If I stop biting my lip right now, it will be because they would be biting something else. He whispered in your ear, giving shivers. His hand over your vest slowly started to caress your side. His lips rubbed over your earlobe. He rubbed his nose over your cheek. Your eyes were getting dizzy by his touch when Chung flinched and backed off. You turned to see Chungmin clenching our Chung's short with his sleepy eyes. Chung made a sulky face but picked his little brother up. Wait on the other side of the beach. I'll tuck him to bed. He nodded with a smile. You are sitting on cold sand with a view of the twinkling ocean. Your knees were up to your chest and your gaze was stuck on stars. All the guests went to the beach resort for rest. Now you are sitting there alone waiting for Jungkookff. Just then you were thinking about it, you felt someone sitting beside you and you already knew who that person was. Don't you like it when the stars talk with silence? In that galaxy of stars and moons, how beautiful would it be to be part of them? He looked up at the stars and then at you. I do, but I'm happy that I stepped on this land instead of that galaxy because he stopped to exhale and said, catching you off guard. I'm able to meet you here and I'm able to dream under the same sky as yours. You were out of words to say something and he noticed it with a soft smile. Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky and its meaning is glowing. Really? Yes, that one on the left, it's Sirius. And you see those 3 stars in a line? Yeah. Those are Delta Orionis because they are aligned like a belt, and some people believe that seeing these stars is a sign of protection or guidance from the universe, while others view them as a symbol of power and strength. Wow, you have good info about stars with their meanings. He shrugged his shoulder. I had always been curious about many things, and stars are one of those just. That's so you. What do you mean? He chuckled, shaking your head. Nothing. You kept your head on his shoulder. He looked at you with a shy smile. This dark night was somehow covering the pink cheeks of him. Let's come back here together again someday. Sure. You closed your eyes, feeling his warmth that felt so peaceful that you can't even describe. You just wish that time should stop here for you so you can enjoy this moment more and more.